in all of these beautiful neighborhoods that are Detroit, and thank you, Lord, for bringing home a victory. Thank you, Lord. All right, those were some remarks there from Vice President. Okay,
Shalom. 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 Kwam Yashala. Koholo Imlaya Hawabashmi Awashai Bahashim Kahakodash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well, that by the Spirit taught us His beautiful truth. Just want to take the water toward the H.I.M and Akwaf that's out here sincerely keeping the laws, the statutes and commandments of Yahweh Bashim Awashai to the best of their ability. This is Yahchanan Nawaf, just coming at you with another quick lesson, praying that it's edifying by the Spirit. We're just kind of watching that little, Kamala Harris is here in Detroit, trying to woo over you black men. Talking about, you already know. She's trying to, she came back. She's here to woo over you black men that she know don't want to vote for you. She came through. All you could hear is so-called black woman in the background. Oh yeah, Lord, yeah, that shit. Anyway, though, I want to touch on this article, man. This is in the military section, or military lower standards to meet recruitment goals. So we've been hearing about this for quite some time anyway, and they're just furthering the lowering of the recruitment goals. It used to be a time where, man, you had to be in super shape. You had to at least have somewhat of an IQ of something, at least some common damn sense. You know what I'm saying? They've even lowered it to the point where you don't even have to even have common sense. Just come in. We'll throw you your uniform. We'll pretty much give you, your gun. We'll show you some things if you don't remember too bad. But we need some bodies on the field. And I gotta say, if somebody like Kamala is elected, she's definitely gonna more than likely push through. This is me speaking as a man. She's gonna more than likely push through for you Negroes, you so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, and possibly some of you so-called immigrants for citizenship. She's gonna recruit you. She's gonna basically push that that draft on you, man. That's who they really want on the front lines. They're not, these so-called white people are not gonna send their own people. They're gonna send you to go fight for her husband. Overall, they're gonna send you to go fight for her husband, which is a Jewish person, a Jewish white man. That she's not really leaning on her family like that, because it don't look good with her trying to run off the so-called black campaign with I love you black people shit. She's here in Detroit with that black people. But your ass is married to a so-called white man, a Jewish white man at that don't care nothing about niggas. I'm sitting there and I'm watching the guy. He asking her a question about reparations, and oh my, did she she crossed over like Kyrie, man. She crossed over. she pulled a crossover like Kyrie Irving. she boo, and she was off of that shit. And she was speaking about something else, man. She circled around that shit so quick, and the black woman was still in the background, cheering her on. They don't even know she didn't ease off. She ain't even answered the man's question. See, so it is what it is with that. But guess what? She's most definitely gonna. If she makes it, she'll be one of those very ones that'll pull you in. Your children, you black women. You probably don't love your damn sons anyway, because a lot of you don't. And even your daughters, because these people talking about recruiting your fucking daughters, man. Your little cute ass daughters that's on Instagram, or you ain't gonna have no Instagram in those fatigues once they put your ass on the front line. And guess who's not going on the front line? So-called white man. So-called white man, his sons and daughters not going on the front line. They're gonna put you niggas out there first. So you can run with the snake all you want to, man. Because she was slithery as hell. I watched. I'm just sitting there like, oh my. And who the fuck made Charlemagne the God the talking point for so-called black people? Where she's been interviewed by him. I guess last year, they had Joe Biden talking about, if you're not black if you're not voting for me, man. He pulled that shit and you niggas went right out there in droves and voted for this clown. Anyway, this is what I wanted to get right here. Military lowers the standards to meet recruitment goals. Right? And they've been doing this all over the place. They've been doing that shit over in Ukraine. They've been doing that shit in Russia. I'm not sure about Israel. You know what I'm saying? Israel may have they pretty much are kind of intact somewhat because they kind of do like everybody. I'm trying to think what age. I'm not sure what age it is. They have to do at least 2 years of military. So they're kind of like on point as far as like you being a citizen there, you have to automatically do 2 years, right off the jump. I think out of high school or some shit like that. So they're kind of a little bit more on point as far as like maybe being physically fit, maybe knowing a few things, you know what I'm saying? But here in the Americas, no, man, you got a bunch of big ass people that sitting on couches playing video games, drinking Mountain Dew and eating Fritos, man. It's not the same here. And they don't have no umph. You done took the testosterone out of these men. The women got more testosterone. And I'm telling you, you cute ass little ladies, they gonna put they talking about drafting y'all, man. So let's get a little bit of this. We'll grab a couple of scriptures, man. And I wanted to touch on this because the Spirit just kept hitting me on this. Because this is very important for our people, man. Our people. You so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. You are the Hebrew Israelites, man. And these people want to grind your ass to in a slaughter race. They want to completely destroy you no matter what. And they'll use you, with their little missions and shit like that. Because I'm telling you, these so-called white people, man, they don't want nothing to do with it. That's the reason why when you see these football games and you see your favorite quarterback from the Ravens, you see your little favorite quarterback, you know what I'm saying, from the Commanders, you know what I'm saying? Oh, they call them the Commanders now, you know what I'm saying? The Washington Commanders now. You see, and then next thing you know, you're seeing some guy, some black guy, he's coming down a rope out of a helicopter, making it seem like it's so fun to play Call of Duty in real life. They pushing that shit on you. Because this is who they want to get, really, in reality, if they can. Because they feel like they already done made it to the point where you can't do anything anyway. You don't have no, what do you have, other than, just trying to fucking just, Jake just got this. Jake just want to be a damn rapper, football player, or basketball player or something. And if they can't do that, they'll be like, oh, well, at least fuck it. I can just go to the shit. I can at least go to the army shit. They're offering this and they're offering that. Well, man, you shouldn't be fighting for these people. You're going to fight for the shit these people stole. But anyway, let's get into it. It says, for the first time in years, the military has finally been able to reach its recruitment goals. But it turns out they only did it by moving the goalposts. The top brass is cutting some major corners in order to make ends meet. Jake Smithy with the Daily Caller told KTRH they've lowered standards for recruitments across the board, right? Check that out. So you'll be fighting along with a motherfucker that ain't even got no sense of fighting. And there's a scripture that talks about if a man be of a fearful spirit, roughly paraphrasing, he shouldn't be in the military. He shouldn't be next to it because that spirit of fear, it'll pretty much it'll get on the rest of the men. He's crying, what about this and what about that? And he's scared as shit. He's shaking. He can fuck up the morale, man. So these people are going to be around people like that when bombs start landing. They're going to be shooting each other. There's been times in the military, especially the American military, where men have been at war and they either didn't shoot their rifle. When they found them, they never even shot off a bullet. If they did shoot off a bullet, they was shooting it off and killing their own people that was next to them just out of fear. Right? So it says, Jake Smithy with the Daily Caller told KTRH, check this out, they've lowered standards for recruitments across the board. That includes fitness standards, so they're not going to be in shape. Education standards, so they're not going to be as, IQ'd, I would say. And even standards related to mental health. So you might be next to a crazy. Esau, they're generally crazy as fuck anyway. You've seen some of these movies, man. Hamburger Hill, Saving Private Ryan, all these different types of war movies with these damn Edomites in there, just fucking idiots anyway. Smith says that lowering the bar like this is going to have major national security implications. He said, war in Europe, war in the Middle East, our military needs to be more ready now than ever, and we're arguably less ready now than we were 20 years ago. Of course you are. The Army has also managed to meet its recruitment goal by lowering its target from 65,000 in 2023 to just 55,000. So they lowered it 10,000 people. Because they already know, man, people are not trying to go to the damn military, bro. And that's pretty much the article right there, right off. But why are they doing this? Why are they going so hard to try and get these people up? Because, let's go to Matthew chapter 24. Let's get verse 3. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of thy coming and the end of the world? Right? So these are questions that the disciples are asking the Lord. What's going to be happening in the end of the world? Verse 4. And Yahushua answered and said unto them, Take heed that no man deceive you. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am the Christ or Mashiach or the anointed, and shall deceive many. And we use the word or the name Yahushua, which is the true name of our Lord and Savior. It's not Jesus. You're not going to find no letter J 2,000 years ago, because the letter J wasn't invented until 1524. This is a transliteration of the Lord's name, and it's not even close. That's why it's called a transliteration. It's not even a translation. The closest they can get is this right here, Jesus, which is Greek. And the Lord was not a Greek person. He was not from a Greek tribe. He was a Hebrew Israelite from the tribe of Yahweh, or they would say Judah, but it's Yahweh. And when you look at the name right here, you can clearly see it's Yahushai. But what you will have to go further off into it and go back to the Hebrew name that was actually given to him. And that the Hebrew origin right here is H3091, which if they really wanted to use the J, they should have just said Joshua, because that's what it is. Joshua was a popular name back then, Joshua or Yahushai in the Hebrew tongue. Because see, they had Yahushua and all that stuff. The letter E, O, U, V, the letter J, those letters didn't exist back then. Those are vowel points that were added by the so-called white man, that's over there in the land right now, that they're going to send your children to fight for. Those Israelis, which are imposters. That's the reason why they're going to draft your kids, to send your children over there to fight for those white people over there, man. They're gonna recruit your children, man. Your young men and young women, and you can forget about being a grandparent for you ones that's gonna go out here and vote for Kamala and whoever the hell you voting for. It's not gonna make no difference. Whoever you voting for, it's the outcome is still the same, right? But let's go back real quick. Let's see here. So this is what Yahushua said right here, verse 5. Verse 6, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places. All these are the beginning of sorrows. Like, why is it this huge rush for you to put people in your military that you know fully well that they're not even equipped? They're not even, they're not in shape. So if they have to run, where do you think this chubby motherfucker is running to? He's 300, 400 pounds damn near. His belly is over his belt. You have to make special uniforms for him because he's so goddamn big. He can't run no more than 2-3 steps without falling over from being out of breath. He'll have a damn a stroke or heart attack right on a battlefield soon as he hear a loud sound. So why would you put men like that with other men and other women or whoever the fuck? And why would you have women in your military anyway? You women, you women that's been coerced into thinking that you can be like men and do what the men can do. Y'all gonna be in for a rude awakening when y'all go and they put y'all asses on that front line. So why would they drop all these requirements? You got a mentally disturbed person next to you. There was a video a few weeks back that a brother put up where it was a Jake. He was saying that he was in his 40s or something like that. He had already done some service. He had already done some time. Matter of fact, I kicked it with a guy like that today. A guy at the plantation. So younger Jake, he was like, man, I went in, I done my time, you know what I'm saying? He like, because he was talking about some things that was going on as far as the military and stuff. He like, man, they gonna send them paperwork, so I already know they gonna call me back. This, and this. I'm like, well, hey man, that's on you. Because I told him straight up, like, nah, that's not something I never done. That's, my grandparents weren't playing that going and fighting for the so-called white man ever. They would, they weren't going for that. That was the last thing on the list of things for you to do. You can go get a job, you can go to college, or you can just be a complete goddamn bum. But the one thing you're not gonna do is go and fight for the so-called white man's war. And my grandparents was real adamant about that, and I remember that. But he seemed a little distressed because he understood that they could call his ass back at any point. But there was a video with this guy. I think he was in his 40s, maybe almost damn near 50, but he had ailments, or he had disabilities and stuff like that. And he was like, shit, man, I can't even believe they called me and they want me to. So they accepting anybody. Matter of fact, you know what? I ain't even think to. Let's try and Google some of this. Maybe we can see, because they didn't give a whole lot of information in that particular. I'm just, this is just another article, because these articles have been coming out, but they've been kind of standing down on it a little bit. They haven't been really going too hard about it as of late, but this is the first one I've seen in maybe past 2 months or so since they started talking about in recruiting women. Yeah, they talking about recruiting you women, man. Let me see. How should I word it? Let's just put in, is the military. Yeah, they got military draft coming back. I'm going to put in, is the military getting older recruits to come back? Let's see what comes up. Maybe something will. Because they already know they pretty much have the training. They just not in shape like how they used to be. In their, teens to, early 20s and, early 30s, when you're pretty much at your peak as a man. Once you leave some shit like that, you get home, you still remember certain shit, but shit, a lot of them people that be coming back from these wars, man, they be already bugged out. Yeah, I ain't even had to put it all in. They already got something on that. This is an AI overview. Oh no, AI don't have an overview. Oh, so and that's surprising. Well, okay, no, that was 2023. Okay, we see as the military struggling to recruit in 2024. This shit says, can I join the army at 57? Let's see what that says. What's the age limit to rejoin? See, you have to have already more than likely been there. Regular rejoiners can start the application process as long as they enlist before their 57th birthday. Never knew that. Though the maximum age to join the Army as an enlisted soldier is 35 and officers must accept their commission by 31, it's possible. Let's see what this says. For older recruits, the most obvious hurdle could be age itself. Though the maximum age to join the Army as an enlisted soldier is 35, and officers must accept their commission by 31, it's possible to receive an age waiver if you can retire within 20 years of military service by age 55. Beyond age, older recruits also may need medical waivers due to injuries and surgeries they have had, and they are more likely to have experienced legal events that require a waiver, like minor drug possession charges, because they have more life experience. The Army is always looking to strike a balance. Cushion said it's a balance between making sure that we keep the quality up and not wanting people to lose interest while they're waiting for the waiver to go through the process. Man, look. See, you're coming from a time where, and here you go, the nigga woman. Kentucky National Guard Major Martisha Martin. Nigga woman. Hey, I'm telling you, bro, y'all not gonna want to be there in a little bit. Y'all gonna want that. Y'all gonna feel like this the worst mistake in my life. My parents told me, people warned me to not do it. But it says a new age of Army recruits. Older soldiers find it's necessary to too late. Older soldiers find it's never too late to join, and pretty much this is what they're doing. They don't have no choice but to really rely on these older soldiers, man. Because look, we talking about in the ancient days. We know it's a new day and age, new technology and things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? But there was a time period where your actual king went out and he fought. You think Joe Biden going to fight with somebody? You think Joe Biden? Imagine Joe Biden on a horse. Place yourself in a period, one of those period pieces, movies where it was all horses, shields, and things of that nature. Can you imagine Joe Biden on a horse? Can you imagine Donald Trump on a horse? Can you imagine Kamala Harris on a goddamn horse? Riding into battle with their flags and they're standing there, they're all lined up on one side and the other team is lined up on the other side. No, you're not about to see no shit like that. If anything, you might see President Putin from Russia. He might be on a horse. If anybody would be out there like that, it would be that old man. You know what I'm saying? He seems like he's battle ready, where he would actually go, but you're living in a day and time where your president or your king or your commander in chief, so to speak, he stays at home while he sends your damn children to go and die for the bullshit that they got going on. They're not going out there. He's shitting his pants. He can't make a decision from a desk in the White House. So just think about Kamala. What do you think Kamala is gonna do? You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to keep this long. I seen this, and that recruit shit is coming back. And they're not gonna care if you're a 300, 400 pound black woman. They're not going to care. They're not going to care if you're a 300, 400 pound. And you know who they don't be going for? They never going for those Asians. They don't promote. When was the last time you seen a commercial on TV and they was promoting Asian people joining the military? I'll wait. You're not going to be watching NFL on a Sunday and you're going to see who knows though? Maybe they, maybe because I live in the neighborhood that I live in, because they do have demographics, when they do commercials. So maybe they got some commercials for them. I've never seen any. Matter of fact, let me see. Let's Google that. Let's check that out. Let's Google that. Let's put in Chinese commercials for American Army. No, they want you niggas, man. You slaves. I don't think they do that, man. You're the only race of people, that they really push towards the bullshit with. Let me see. Maybe they do got some. Okay, they got this one from 2023. Let's see. Hold on, that might be something else. But let's check this out real quick. So let's see what this is going into. This is from February 2023. They got one from 2019. Another one from 2023. So okay, so let's check this one out. This seems to be the latest one, but they this is real. So let's see. 该是什么样子？这曾是我们几代人的梦想。新锐、先进、凌厉，生来不凡。Okay. Enough of that. Shit only got one comment too. This was a year ago, man. They not interested. They're not interested, bro. Let's see what else we got, though. They're not interested. And they don't promote this stuff towards these people like that. Matter of fact, you know what? Let me go back, though. Let's go back here. Let's try military recruitment ads, China versus Russia versus USA. So them would just be, I guess, the ads for each country. So that's not what we're looking for. Army recruitment as China versus Russia versus the same thing. Chinese military commercial 2019. So let's see what the 2019 one got going on.
赵亮，到。排长，到。我们已经习惯达到。王军，到。转内动员大会现在开始。一声到，是。
Okay, so Slovakia, that's not even some American shit. Come on, bro. Did I word this thing right? Let's see. Chinese, you know what? I didn't word it right. Yeah, yes, I did. Chinese commercials for American military. There are none. From the looks of it, there are none. So this is what I'm just using them as an example. Let's put in something like Iranian Americans or some shit. You already know what's up. See, they come at you Negroes because they've had you enslaved for so goddamn long. That's the reason why they come at you, because they've made you think that you're actually Americans. Actually, they know that they still own you, and that, you know, and actually they can draft you and recruit you, draft the shit out of your ass, and if you don't go, they can fine you, I think, up to like $25,000, and they can jail your ass. You see what they done to like Muhammad Ali? That shit is not over with. You don't want to go to this man's war. What he's going to feel like is he's going to have to jail you. Just think about Japanese. You don't see them doing no damn commercials talking about no Japanese Americans being recruited into the fucking army. Are you crazy? Not looking good. Nope. You're not seeing none of that stuff, man. You're not about to see. You think they're about to try and recruit some Iranians? They live here. Iranian Americans, these motherfuckers live here. They know not to try and recruit those people. Guess who they trying to recruit? You so-called blacks, especially you so-called Hispanics, and you so-called Native Americans. You ones that have been enslaved in this place for 500 years, and they pushed on you that you're American. And that's all crafty counsel, bro. Let's get this. I'm not gonna keep this long. Like I seen that, and I'm like, yep, you Jake, y'all better watch out, man, because this man crafty as hell. And he's gonna come down to the point where he's gonna make you. He's gonna want to force you into doing it. All you can do is say, "No, I'm not doing it. Go ahead and lock me up." 2 Corinthians 2:11. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. We're not ignorant of the fact that we know that those other people that are here in this country, Chinese people, have been here forever making money. They're in our neighborhoods making money. Japanese people as well. Iranians as well. Philippines, all these nations, actually. They're in our neighborhoods making money. But guess who they're not going to promote an army commercial to? They're not about to promote no army commercial to any of those nations, man. They're going to give it to you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians every single time, because they don't see you as value, and they're going to put your ass on the front line, and they're going to have your ass, your legs blown off. You're going along with your cute ass daughters. So y'all better wake the fuck up, man. You dealing with a complete enemy. This man don't care nothing about you, man. Talking about some damn American. Micah 2:1. It says, woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it, because it is in the power of their hand. And they covet fields, they take them by violence, and houses, and take them away. So they oppress a man and his house, even a man and his heritage. This is what he's been doing to you Israelites for 500 years now. Oppressing your ass. And then he oppresses you to the point of making you go to fight for him to go steal some more shit. See? And that's pretty much about what I wanted to get on it, man. Like I said again, you're not about to see no commercials. Matter of fact, let's see if we can ask it another way. I wish they had to ask Kamala some shit like this at the debate. While it wasn't even a debate. She was just here in Detroit, you know what I'm saying, selling that pipe dream. Hell, AI ain't even have a damn answer for that shit. You know they got an answer for everything now. You don't see them on TV. You don't see them doing no debates talking about Chinese. The Chinese American, they ain't protesting like, what are you gonna do for us? You don't even see who you don't see them talking about who's gonna vote for who. It's always Esau and a Jacob thing, man. So-called whites and so-called blacks. Everybody else is kind of in between. But this is a fight between two races of people, two manner of people, like Genesis 25 talks about. It's Esau and Jacob, man. You don't hear these people going about. You know how many people live in America? You know how many other countries of people that are here? They're not going to do no damn sit downs and no talks with none of these people. They just had the Latinos, what was that? Hispanics, I think, hook up the night before last. So this is who they're going to promote this bullshit ass election to. You so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. You don't see them going to no Japanese people neighborhoods. You know what I mean? It's plenty of them people live here. Oh yeah, all these nations got neighborhoods here and communities here. But you don't see any of these people going to try and campaign in them neighborhoods. They already know that's a lost cause. Them people not going to vote. Some of them will. You know what I'm saying? You got a few, but they're not going to vote like that, man. So I'm putting in, why don't Americans promote Chinese Americans to be in the military? Which was, let's see if AI, you goddamn GPT chat motherfuckers, you ain't coming up with no answers for none of this stuff. Not gonna get anything. Let's see though. Gotta test it. See? You don't have an AI overview for that? What the fuck you mean? You AI overview, you got an AI overview for every goddamn thing. You can ask how to make an apple pie or whatever the fuck you want to ask, but you don't have no answers for nothing like this. You should have some answers. You know what though? A lot of people don't ask questions like this. Here, hey, but let's see here. Why would not natural American born naturalized Chinese Americans want to join the U.S. military? Wouldn't they run into the risk of fighting against their native country? Doesn't this present some catch-22? But they don't look at it like that when it comes to you so-called Negroes. China's government ruling party, the Chinese Communist Party, their military and intelligence agencies play the long game by implementing long-range plans with 10 to 25 years, 50 or even 100 years to pay off gold. Esau do a lot of that shit too, but they're very impatient right now because he's coming down with that great wrath. They have tried, mostly unsuccessfully, to infiltrate U.S. military branches, even starting as early as high school by joining, in some cities dominating the school ROTC program. There, the CCP, insidious and relentless in their desire to use surreptition to defeat their enemies without having to fire a shot. There ain't no telling what's going on. Anyway, these Americans got sense enough to know we better not mess with. But see, they don't look at you Negroes as a threat. They look at you as being docile. You're a goddamn sheep, and you're gullible, and you'll do anything that they throw at your ass. You know, just like they throwing Kamala around at your ass, you know, and offering you some bullshit to go and vote for because they know you're stupid as hell. I'm just being straight up about it. I don't mean to sound that way. But yeah, you gotta realize that these people, they look at Jake as being stupid as hell. They don't see you as being intelligent at all. Lock you. Y'all hear that? I'm trying to do some hookups. I kind of let my water run down. But anyway, yeah, man, they don't see you, Jake, as being intelligent at all, man. This is the type of shit that they run on our people all the time, every day. So when it comes down to these types of stories right here, military lower standards to meet recruitment goals. Oh yeah, they ain't gonna care about you smoking your blunts. They might actually offer you self-rolled blunts. They probably have an ounce or so delivered to your damn bunker every other day. You're out of weed. Oh, we got you. You're out of whatever we got you. You just never know. They lowering the standards like that because nobody is actually joining the military like that, especially not these white people. None of these white people going out here to was going out here to fight for Joe Biden, just like they wouldn't fight for Kamala. If Kamala becomes president, they ain't going out to fight for her. Crazy. These so-called white men, they're barely going out to fight for Trump, but they just might. You have a better chance of those men fighting for Trump than you would ever have them fighting for Kamala. Man, these people are not gonna recognize her as our president. You get to recruiting those people, they're gonna fight tooth and nail. But guess who's gonna go willingly? These doofy ass niggas. Y'all better wake up, man. Stop being so goddamn gullible and so fucking stupid, man. These people don't like you. They hate your damn guts. But yet and still, they know that they need you, though. And you voluntarily giving them your energy, your soul, without any, no type of regards, man. You not through, bro. That's all I can say. Anyway, I'm going to end out there. I pray that the lesson was edifying. Kwame Yashala, a Bible ball, man.